At the northwestern edge of Oregon, where the Columbia River meets the Pacific Ocean, there's a view like no other.
Well, it's one of Oregon's oldest tourist attractions, and it's a real workout. This is the Astoria Column.
The spiral artwork around the Astoria Column tells the story of Oregon's early history, from Lewis and Clark mapping a route to the Pacific Ocean in 1805 to the birth of statehood in 1859.
Kind of like the world's tallest history book, almost, in a way.
Maybe. I've never thought about that. We may have to check that claim and see if we can start making that claim.
Although it's wrapped in history and art, Astoria Museum's director Mac Burns says the giant column that overlooks the mouth of the Columbia River is actually a tourist attraction.
It is the best vista in Astoria. It's the highest point. We're on top of Coxcomb Hill, and you can see the 8 miles out to the Pacific Ocean. You can see the 6 miles across the river to cross the Columbia River to Washington. You can see Young's River over to where Fort Clatsop and Lewis and Clark spent the winter.
The 164-step Astoria Column was a dream funded by railroad baron Ralph Budd, who wanted to increase passenger transport on the Great Northern Railroad.
So he had this vision of 8 or 12 monuments, and this is the grandest one. He did build some others, but they're just not as magnificent, and the train routes changed.
The column was completed in 1926, and on the day of its dedication, 8,000 people showed up to climb the 125-foot tall column and look over the balcony.
You better not be afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Do this.
So this is the best view anywhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, best
right
view
here.
as soon as you catch your breath, I guess.
That's true.
One part of the attraction that Ralph Budd didn't think about in 1926 is the relatively new tradition of throwing balsa wood planes off the balcony.
Thing we've done for years. It's the only legal thing you can throw off the top of the column, but we encourage everybody. They're biodegradable, so and if they bonk you on the head down below, they're not going to hurt you or anything.
On a good day, Max says the planes can glide down to the high school football field, which is several miles away. And if you're lucky, the plane will do loops around the column's uniquely painted mural.
It's not just paint that you're looking at, it's called sgraffito. And I'm a layman, I'm not a full-on conservator artist, but my understanding, the way I've always been told to explain it, is it's like painted concrete. Not painted on the concrete, but within the concrete.
History, exercise, and a little fun. More than 400,000 people visit the Astoria Column every year. And I think it's safe to say that Ralph Budd's dream to attract tourists is still working today.
From the Astoria Column in Astoria, Oregon, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the Backroads.